Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat English News. I'm Eman Umar. Petrol and diesel prices in Hyderabad are continuing their upward trend. On Monday, the petrol price has reached a record high of 108 rupees 64 paisa, whereas the diesel price in the city has jumped to 101 rupees 66 paisa. The diesel price in Hyderabad has crossed 100 rupees a litre mark on 7th of October. The prices vary from state to state due to different rates of value added tax and also due to transportation charges from the nearest refinery. Under the pricing formula adopted by oil companies, rates of petrol and diesel are to be reviewed and revised by them on a daily basis. The new prices become effective from morning at 6 am. Kul Welfare Society celebrated its first anniversary on 10th of October with the inaugural of its third branch at Toli Choki. Kul Welfare Society, an NGO recognized by the government of Telangana, trains women and children in various certified courses in an effort to empower and grant them financial independence. The society's mission is to work towards developing a prosperous and sustainable community with the development programs to educate children, train the youth in employable skills, and empower families and society. It has trained and impacted the lives of over 250 students in the span of 1 year. Kul Welfare Society offers a number of courses including tailoring, henna designing, spoken English, cooking, Quran with Tajweed, among others. Members of the society volunteer to distribute ration kits to the families, foods and snacks to children, and also help in organizing medical camps in the locality. A delegation from the Tehreek Muslim Shaban, led by its founder Muhammad Mushtaq Malik, visited a 17-year-old mosque at the Kotapet Fruit Market. Malik demanded to know why police officials are reportedly obstructing devotees from offering prayers in the mosque. He claimed that the police is recording the names of the people. Mushtaq Malik have said in court, mosque at Kotapet Fruit Market was established 17 years ago with the permission of the market committee. About 200 to 300 devotees regularly offer prayers in the mosque, and on Friday the number goes up to 2000. The police is obstructing the devotees and not allowing anyone with their vehicles to go to the mosque. According to the 2001 Society Act, the mosque was duly registered with Telangana Society Office. Mushtaq Malik said there seems to be a conspiracy to demolish the mosque. The government of Telangana has announced that it will accept applications of pensioners from 57 years of age. It had earlier reduced the eligible age limit for the sanction of old age pension from 65 years to 57 years under the Asara pension. According to an official memo released from the Rural Development Department, it has decided to extend the period of receiving the application from the eligible applicants till 30th of October, as against the earlier deadline was of 31st of August. It has requested all eligible candidates to approach the nearest Mi Seva and E-Seva centers to register themselves for the Asra pension applications. 2 militants were killed and a policeman was injured during encounters in Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag and Bandipora districts on Monday. Security forces had launched a cordon and search operation at Khakond in Anantnag district Verinag area following information about the presence of militants there. The search operation turned into an encounter after militants opened fire on the security forces who retaliated. The police official said that while one militant has been killed, a policeman has suffered injuries. He added that the operation is going on. Farmers' leader Rakesh Tikait have said the agitation will continue till all demands are met, including repealing of the 3 farm laws and legal guarantee on minimum support price for crops. Talking to reporters in Uttar Pradesh Shamli district on Sunday evening, he said that the center is overlooking the 1-year-long agitation of farmers in which 750 farmers have died. Farmers have been protesting against the legislations at Delhi border points since their enactment in September last year and demanding these be repealed. Tikait have claimed that farmers' income has not increased despite the price of goods. The 3 farm laws and the BJP are anti-farmer, he said, claiming that the government is not ready for a dialogue to resolve the issue. Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Baqir Khalibaf on Sunday condemned a recent deadly bomb attack targeting worshippers in the northeastern Afghan city of Kunduz. In an address to an open session of the parliament, Khalibaf said the Afghan authorities are duty-bound to ensure security for the Afghan people, calling for punishing those behind the tragic event and implementing necessary measures to prevent the recurrence of such incidents. Khalibaf warned that sowing religious and ethnic discord is a new security project carried out by US-backed terrorist groups. The explosion occurred on Friday while worshippers were praying at a mosque in the Bandar-e-Khanabad area in Kunduz, killing scores of people and injuring more than 140 others. Municipal authorities in Germany have allowed the call to prayer over loudspeakers for Friday prayers in Cologne, which has a large Muslim community. The call to prayer, known in Arabic as the Azan or Adhan, will be carried out under a 2-year pilot project. The mayor of Cologne, Henriette Rieker, explained that the municipal council made the decision based on requests from the Muslim community in this regard as part of a 2-year pilot project. The call to prayer can be raised through loudspeakers within the scope of certain rules. It is noteworthy that Germany has more than 900 mosques belonging to the Turkish Islamic Union alone. Earlier in the year 2018, German court ordered mosques to stop broadcasting its weekly call to prayer after the complaint of a Christian couple who live about a kilometer miles away. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.